Now, with Bonfire Night this weekend, I'm sure you're making plans to head out to a firework display or maybe have one at home, of course. And every year, we're reminded of the effect that loud, unexpected noises can have on our pets. But they do affect some people as well, quite badly. Across the country, there are around 100,000 forces veterans suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder. For them, the bangs of fireworks can be a horrible reminder of the sounds that they experienced in conflict. Joining me now to talk about this is former soldier Sean Johnson and also Ed Tytherleigh, Chief Executive of the charity Stoll that works with veterans. Good to see you both. Sean.
Good evening.
The noises can affect you.
Right.
What do they do?
Do you know, I always wonder what to say when we're talking about things and how we can open things. But I was with Ed this afternoon at Stoll, and I'm thinking, because I don't have an issue with fireworks.
But you do with noises.
I think we all do, yeah, but we can talk about that. But what led me on to it, Ed, was at Stoll's, the housing charity where I live in Fulham, waiting for Stoll, there was veterans walking in talking about the fireworks that went off last night. I thought, there you go, perfect example.
It's true. We work with about 600 veterans a year, and about 25% of them struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder. And obviously a lot of those trauma injuries relate to battlefield experiences. And what we find is the noise of the fireworks can often trigger that kind of reaction, that memory, those flashbacks.
Yeah. What's it like getting that trigger, you know, setting off those memories? How does it make you feel when it happens to you?
My story's quite long, and we haven't got time to go into that. But I think the study that I've done over the years is to find out why veterans are coming out of the armed forces and having problems is transitional difficulty. We're leaving, so look, if we go back to the start when we first joined the military, we're all young prime kids. We go in, and the moment we walk into the armed forces, there's a switch turned and we become battle ready. I remember my first, 83 I joined back in the day, and my first welcome to the British Army was a bomb going off in the barracks at Christmas time. So that was me on the back foot, if you will.
So are you saying you're never not battle ready? You turn that switch on, but it never gets turned off?
I don't think it ever got switched off, and that's the problem we've got now, Matt. We're leaving service. We're going on tour. I did 2 tours in Northern Ireland. You did tour, and you came off it, and I've got to be honest, you haven't got time to worry about what goes out on the ground. You know, it's when you come out with the forces, you've got the time to think, and that's where the problems start setting in. Yeah.
You know what, Ed, I've never heard anyone vocalise it like a switch that's turned on and never turned off, but that really does sum it up. I mean, life after tours of duty is, it must be so difficult to for people to reacquaint themselves with the outside world again.
It's true. I mean, there's 2 issues. There's a structural issue whereby people who serve often live in barracks, everything's served for them, so actually just coping on the outside is really difficult. And let's be really clear, the vast majority of people who serve benefit from it. They develop skills, they develop confidence. We are talking about the minority, but there are that minority out there who receive a trauma injury and they are highly affected. And we talk about hypervigilance, heightened state of anxiety, and fireworks evening is just one of those trigger times.
The one thing I want to finish off on, Sean, is I have friends in the forces who've been through horrible things, and they're worried about what they call a time bomb. It's not an immediate thing, post-traumatic stress. It can occur many years after the fact.
I came out of service, and I was born in the military. My father served. I was born in a military hospital. I knew nothing else. I came out, Matt, with a crush injury back into what they were calling Civvy Street, this new world, new life. And I remember thinking, which we now call transitional difficulty, I couldn't do it, and I didn't understand the new world. And a lot of guys are coming out of service now. They're in Civvy Street, and they're not getting what they've left off 10, 15 years before.
But I'm glad that you are getting on with it. It's really good to see you both, and thanks for talking about this.